Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com, and these are the market positions for May the 4th, 2011. Now our first position for tonight is going to be in the stock market, specifically Campbell Soup, CPB. Now this one here we have the triple EMA cross from Vantage Point going back up again over that 18-day predicted moving average. We have the 3-day crossing the 8-day and the 18-day predicted moving average, suggesting that we're going to get a bigger move here. However, my bit of a concern is the short-term predicted difference is beginning to push lower, but our predicted medium and long-term differences still look good. Now, looking down here at our predicted true strength indicator also looks very good, crossing the trigger, being again confirmed by the predicted MACD. Now, what we also want to do here is go in and look at all the crossovers from Vantage Point, starting of course with the short-term crossover. Now on the short-term crossover here from Vantage Point, everything looks good, but we've been moving up for about 5 straight days. Our medium-term crossover, again, it is still looking quite good. You can see this right here. And then our long-term crossover also looking very good. Now what we want to do here is identify some decent support. We've closed at 33.75. Our support goes from 33.71 trailing down all the way to 33.46, making this a very good, this 33.36 area a very good entry point. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to go into our daily report now and help fine-tune this entry point. Again, we're trading very lightly this week. We've got the non-farm payroll that's going to put pressure on equities. It's going to put pressure on commodities. So we want to be careful of that. So we've got 33.60 as the predicted low, 34 as the predicted high. Your more aggressive traders can get in around that 33.60 area, and still use 34 as the target. Now your less aggressive traders, I think I would fall into the latter on this one, is let it pull back a little bit further, maybe 33.50, 33.45, somewhere in that area. And on this particular stock, we would have our stop in the 32.70, 32.75 area. And again, our target, whether you're taking the more aggressive entry or the less aggressive entry, your target would still be $34 a share or just above that. So that's our first position for tonight. Now our second position for tonight is going to be in the Forex market. This time we're going to be looking at the cross pairs, specifically the Canadian Japanese yen currency pair. Now the yen is in serious trouble. It's short term. It's getting some assistance from safe haven flows, repatriation of funds, but essentially this is kind of a one-way trade. Now you can see we've had this big dip here. That's of course the earthquake candle. We are trending slightly lower, but in my opinion, we're simply on this particular pair, we're more or less range trading. Our top is going to be up in and around. I'm going to draw this in here around the 89 level, but you can see that if I draw this line back here, we have a considerable amount of support just above this 88 level, or excuse me, this 84 level. Good double bottom here. We've closed at 84.96. So depending on how you look at this, this could be considered counter trend going long, but in my opinion, it's virtually impossible that the Japanese yen can gain any long-term strength against the Canadian dollar. A very powerful economy right now. It's a commodity-based currency. Certainly there's no comparison between income to debt ratio. It's just a very long list here. Canada is not printing money by the trillions every week like Japan is, the Bank of Japan is. Canada is raising rates. So we're going to likely absorb, see some volatility in the short term, but buying this particular pair on dips makes very good sense from not only a technical standpoint, but from a fundamental standpoint. Again, if Canada raises rates or if they don't raise rates, there's still a very good carry trade here based on interest rate differentials between the two countries. So with that said, essentially what we're going to be doing here is strictly using the Vantage Point predicted high and predicted low to enter into short-term counter trend longs. Now our neural index is down, but it's been down again 5 days in a row. That in itself is a warning sign that we're getting ready for a move back to the upside. We've got 84.46, 85.39. Our entry point is going to be 84.46. We're going to use about 100 pip stop loss here to stay out of that market volatility. And again, our first target for intraday traders will be in this 85.39 area, but your medium to longer term traders should be looking back towards the 86 to 88 level at a very minimum. So very good opportunity to buy here. Why Japan experiences, the currency experiences a little bit of strength here, but again, from a technical or fundamental standpoint, the Japanese yen is by far the weakest currency, or it should be the weakest currency in the Forex market for countless reasons. So with that said, we are somewhat counter trend here. Japan is strengthening, but I don't anticipate any long-term strength with the yen. So we could see a little bit lower. We could see a push down into the 84 level and maybe 83.90. But again, we want to make sure we have our stops below that area so we don't get prematurely knocked out of the market. So now one other thing what we're going to do here is we're going to have a look at the vantage point predicted high and see just how accurate it is if we're going to trade off this. So we can see we have a fairly narrow range tomorrow, but the predicted high and the predicted low from vantage point on this particular pair has actually been quite good. Quite good. When we see this, we've had a few serious breaks here, but again, that's the earthquake candle we see down here. But up in this range, there has been some volatility, but again, the 84.20 area, 84.30 area has provided excellent support. It went down to that level today. I was buying in that level at myself this morning, and I'll be looking to buy again this morning. So those are the market positions for May the 4th, 2011. And again, my name is Greg Furman, market analyst here at TraderPlanet.com.